Hello. Please join us for another episode of Welcome, my little nerds and nerdettes.
Yeah, on this episode of Dungeon Crawlers, we're gonna have the
Anyway,
famous Chicago-style deep dish lasagna, and it's gonna be the bomb.
Anyway,
Telling you.
so we're running a little behind tonight, as you know, people had to take a little nappies, and then we decided to play some League because we got bored. And we gave her a try though, 'cause before we all logged off and just went to bed.
I'm
So here we are,
sorry.
late starting.
I'm sorry.
Our illustrious stream host.
It was an
Was
accident.
We
That's
suffered through a pretty
alright.
awful era.
I'm
We love
sorry.
you, and we all enjoy our D&D, so we were willing to put up with it because I know all of us. This is pretty much the only thing we look forward to in a week.
Facts.
Mostly.
Mostly.
It's my one thing. It's my one
We're
thing.
okay. I promise we're okay.
Yeah, we're all right.
Yeah, depression, let's go!
Okay, that was...
Oh my god, you guys.
Anyways, we'll do a quick little wrap up because we can get right into it. The party's in Krawlers. You guys have kind of made your way around town. We noticed a large event happening in the main square called the Golden Hour. Almost like a bell was being rung, and you saw a like cube almost type shaped Rubik's looking device sitting in the center. And it seems like people pay to... I hate you. They pay to enter this almost box of sorts. There seems to be some kind of treasure or depending on what they bring back, artifacts, such and such. We don't know the finer details, but people can make a lot of money by going in. But from what you get the gist of it, not a whole lot of people come out. So there's a high risk, high reward. Actually, I would say probably very high risk. Kind of maybe reward. Nobody's actually truly seen any rewards coming out. It's more of a word of mouth. Upon doing so, certain individuals were seen. KB, Kibbles and Bits got a little scared and ran the opposite direction.
What a bitch.
What a bitch. And
He
the rest...
remembered some important things he left in the room and had to go get them.
Correct. He actually forgot that he
Left
had
his
drank
car
some...
key.
Exactly, and he actually had a little milk with his cereal that morning, and his stomach was kind of gurgling, and he just needed to go.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
too much dairy. That's all.
100%. That's actually my problem.
He forgot to take his Lactaid.
I mean,
God.
Yeah.
that should have catch up to you in old age. I don't give a fuck what you do. Lactate don't help.
You gonna be stanky.
What the fuck?
Upon doing so, two members of the group, Sophia and Patience, seem to have been noticed by a fan. This fan proceeded to get really drunk, really handsy, and told them about the Thorn pits. Seemed to be in the slags where there seemed to be some kind of fighting going on. The Patience and Sophia decided to go investigate as to what was going on. You guys are led through the slags, this almost very complete 180 of the town of, or the city of Krawlers that you have seen thus far. This clean, upkept, illustrious looking, almost like, I don't know, just like way too clean, to this incredibly downtrodden, poverty-stricken, hovels, dirt, incredibly awful smelling, pee thrown in the streets type city. That seems to be almost like walled off from the rest of the city. You make your way through there. You're led to the Thorn pits. Upon entering, you witness a incredibly gruesome fight. And you are being led down the stairs towards the ringleader or person that seems to run this event. And that's where we left off. If I could have some music, almost like little grimy, little greedy, little bit of fight music to give
Oh.
them the mood.
That is not what I queued
Yeah,
up one
no, it
second.
cannot be happy. It has to be very very like grimy.
Okay.
Thank you.
Uh,
Anyway,
Patience. Normally, Sophia would be like super gun ho about the fights you're entering. This is her behavior is dead opposite. Like she's a foot behind the group, like constantly eyes darting in every direction, like super hesitant as we walk down into
So-
the thorn pits.
You are being led down. The first thing you guys notice is as you guys are coming down the stairs, there's a lower level, and there's like a pit, it's like a pit that comes down into almost like a small basketball court of sorts, and then a giant fence that kind of encompasses the whole thing. And there's one door on the one side, and then there's like a ton of people walking around, alcohol that's being served. Alcohol that's being served. You see people placing bets. There's like 2 or 3 people walking around in there, and they're wearing like bright outfits, and they seem to be some kind of like floor salesman type deal. Like they keep the bets, they make the bets. And you kind of look up, and as you look up, about I would say about halfway up the cage, there's a secondary level. And the first thing you notice is it is incredibly clean and well kept, and there's almost like tiny little like auditorium. So what you're looking at is the cage comes up, and as it comes up, the secondary level actually kind of tilts inward like so, and there's like a ring that walks around the outside that people are walking on, and then there's like hockey or football, like the CEO like VIP sections. There's like these little almost step down, and there's like these little areas where like there's several seats, and they're kind of tilted inwards so they can really see into the fight. And you notice a lot of very well dressed, ritzy individuals are up there placing bets as well. And it's 10 times cleaner than the bottom main floor. And every single one of the people that are up on that secondary row are all wearing masks. Whether it be gold, dark purple, like just very, very vibrant face wear. You get the sense they're doing it to hide their identity because they don't want to be noticed here, but they want to be here. So as you're walking, the person in front of you, Patience, is a tabaxi-looking individual with dark fur, gray splotches throughout the fur.
So, this is your first time in the Thorn Pits, I take it?
Yeah, I'm out of town.
Ah, yes. You're very excited, I see. Do you plan on fighting tonight? Do you have a bout? You been here before?
Nah, I just figured at the local venue, you know? Maybe thinking about fighting.
So you have not fight, but you are planning on fighting.
Yeah.
Ah, you will have to trial fight. That will be exciting. I will,
And he turns around and like looks you up and down.
I might place some money on you. You have experience? Yes? No?
Yeah. Fun. What was the place that I fought in Dollar called? Did we ever decide that? Because it wasn't the Bone Pits. That was the bet.
Yes. You.
Oh yeah, I don't know if there's a name for the other place.
Forget if we
The Golden Ring.
Yes.
Golden
The
Ring.
Golden Ring. The Golden Ring is the legit fighting arena. Deaths
Yeah.
rarely happen. Deaths rarely happen. Fighting happens. Usually, terms are figured out beforehand. Disputes can be settled in there, but think of it kind of like like a coliseum. Like there's a thumbs up, thumbs down system. But
Yeah.
9.5 times out of 10, nobody dies. They get really fucked up, but they don't die.
Yeah. I did my fair share of fighting in the Golden Ring in Dala. Maybe you heard of it.
You fought in the Golden Arena.
Yeah.
So, why are you in the Thorn pits?
Who am I?
No, I said why.
Oh.
Why do you fight in the Thorn pits?
No, I did some traveling and ended up here. Heard there was fight going. Figured I'd throw in my lot.
Maybe I bet on the other person. You're. We are here. If you could please make your way through the door, he is waiting for you on the other side. And good luck.
I'm gonna grab Patient's arm.
That good luck is disingenuous.
Are you sure
as
you
well.
want to do this? This isn't the Thorn Pit. Like this isn't the Golden Ring. This is the Thorn Pit. You're going to be fighting to the death.
Oh, they said.
I can't let you do that.
Well, they said after you, right?
He was surprised when he heard you were from the Golden Ring. Do you know why that is?
I can guess.
I haven't said this before, but you're being stupid.
What?
You're risking your life for no reason. You don't need the gold, we just got a bunch. Are you doing it to show off? I'm not gonna let you just show off while risking your life.
Enter. Why are you standing out here?
Just hold on a
I've
second.
always had your back. I don't have your back with this. But
Well-
I can't stop you. It's your choice in the end, but know that I don't support this.
You're both shoved through the doorway.
Okay. Listen. I've been feeling off my game lately.
What do you mean? You saved my life back there when we fought the monsters and we were doing good.
Yeah, but
And we had a bunch of people at our back.
it was pretty close, though. And before that, I got knocked to the mat. Almost didn't get back up.
And so you're
I think-
trying to prove yourself now? As if you're like doubting your skill and now if I go and win this fight in this Thorn Pits, then well that means I still got it? What are you trying to prove? You weren't fighting to the death back in the Golden Ring. What would our mentor think if you were fighting in the Thorn Pits? I bet he's heard of it and I bet he would be ashamed.
Did A ever mention this place?
Did what?
Did Eamon ever mention this place?
Yeah, he's mentioned a lot of them. A lot of these underground fighting places.
Did he have anything to say?
Pretty much what she said. They were a unhonorable place to fight. That usually what happened down there was not fighting, but surviving.
Eamon would be ashamed about what they're doing.
So,
And how do you know that?
are you princesses done talking? You know
Yeah.
you're just standing here in my room having a full-blown conversation.
Sorry about that.
Patience, I'd do anything for you. I don't have your back on this one though. But the choice is yours.
A bit of annoyance. Then just sit and watch.
I'm back, okay?
Turns to the gentleman, I assume.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Not a problem.
Kind of stands up.
Sibling.
Irton Torbach. At your service.
He's heavily scarred orc, half orc. Light green with a dark green face, two large tusks that stick up, one pierced with a large hoop hanging on the right side. The left side part of the lip is actually missing completely, so he has kind of this open gap in his in his jaw. Heavily scarred face. The left side is heavily scarred, and where it comes down and meets, he's got a big patch over one of the over his left eye that seems to be. You can tell just around the patch, like a large portion of the face is actually missing there.
And would you say his name was?
Irtan Torbok. IRTANTORBOK.
Mr. Torbach. I'm Elkin.
Spell that one more time.
Nice to meet you.
IRTANTORBOK. So, looking to make a little money.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Think about getting getting my knuckles a little bloody.
Yeah. A scrawny one. You fight before?
I have trained half my life.
Yeah. Where'd you train at?
I had a private instructor.
I see. Well, I do so happen to have a little match here. The other person died prematurely. So, if you want to fill in for that match, it's low level, beginner entry. Secure a win, you're in. And you can schedule yourself for matches thereafter.
Patience, please.
Shoots back a silencing.
Sophia does not meet it. She's looking straight at the ground.
All right. What are the terms of the fight?
No rules. First person to pass out or die.
Sophia quickly grabs your hand and then lets go right away.
And who's the opponent?
You'll find out when you get in there.
All right then. How long have I got till this thing kicks off?
10 minutes, maybe 5. Bonk and Donk here will take you out. You turn around and a giant ogre that you failed to see is sitting in one corner, hunched over, head touching the ceiling, and he just looks up and goes, bonk. And on the left-hand side, a minotaur of equal size and strength with 2 razor-sharp horns that come out to a deep point, dark brown with a big white spot on the nose. And he's got a hoop piercing. And you can see a couple of tattoos that you're not sure how the hell it works because he's got he's got fur, but it seems to be this intricate tattoo that works up the arm and kind of along the shoulder and up along the neck. And he looks up and goes, donk.
Nice ink, man. Pretty sick. I like it.
Donk.
Hell
They
yeah.
don't speak much.
Donkus, Sean.
Bonk and donk.
All right, big boys. Let's roll.
Bonk. Take him to Trila. Wrap his fists. You're a he, right? She? Not really, sir. That's fine.
All that matters right now is I'm a fighter.
Fair enough.
But for future reference, I am a...
Whatever.
Patience is androgynous. Don't ask questions.
My Andron. He's just he, she, they. Sorry. No offense to anybody. As you are led out of the room, Bonk and Donk kind of stand up, open the door, and then they just stand there and wait for you to kind of go forward.
I will go
Okay,
forward and shoot like a last glance at Sophia. This time,
I don't look you in the eyes. I'm looking kind of like downwards.
Both of you are kind of ushered out of the room. You head directly in, and you hear people like, "Oh, yeah, go kill her!" People are chanting. You can hear a fight going on in the background. You're led to the south side of the cage, and you meet a goblin, small, wrapped in bandages, and you can only see just like the tiny bits of her or his eyes. She kind of looks up quickly, she, and begins like wrapping your fists and packing some kind of substance on your knuckles, and then wrapping the tape over it. And as you kind of feel it, it's tiny glass marbles. And your knuckles are wrapped over the top of it, and then at the last moment she takes like a small mallet and like smash on your knuckles, and all of a sudden you have glass protruding on the knuckles.
I can work with this.
And all of a sudden you hear screaming, and the screaming stops. We have our winner in the blue corner, Trilla of the Sands. And you see a very skinny Leonian female, incredibly lean and muscular, holding two short swords, and tucks them up above her head, drops the swords, and she's walked out of the arena. And 2 seconds later, you watch as a lizard folk individual is being drug out and is missing his head completely.
Dang.
I'm gonna go up to Patient's ear.
Is she even with me, or am I in a separate
She's
area?
standing right next to you. Yep.
I feel bad.
About what?
And she takes a little step back. And a slight smile goes across your face. You can tell it's kind of forced. I feel bad for the person there about the face. And she turns around and walks back about 10 steps.
All right.
Okay.
I think I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Bonk kind of puts his hand on his shoulder and begins to kind of slowly guide you towards the gate. Opens it up, pins down. You see him. He doesn't even try. He just kind of walks, and people like fall off of him. He's not even shoving them. He's just kind of walking by, and people are hitting him and watching them like fly like a foot or two away. And he just walks in, opens the gate, and shoves you through, and you're standing in this kind of like dust, sand pit looking deal. And everybody starts to get kind of quiet, and you look as people are kind of like eyeing you up. They're getting money out. They're like looking at you over, and then 3 seconds later, you see somebody else being led in. And they're kind of like bobbing around, like, you know, doing stuff. And you watch as a human male gets shoved through. Same wraps as you. Seems to be some glass and like almost like a couple pieces of like larger glasses shoved into his fists. He's shoved in, heavily tattooed all across the body, has scars all over, and a big scar that kind of runs down the right side of his face. He smiles at you, and he's missing like 90% of his teeth.
Welcome to our night's beginner's event. Tonight we have two who wish to enter the Thorn pits and become one of our chosen. They fight tonight to gain that access. In the red corner, we have Michael from the blacksmith yard. And in the blue corner we have, what is your name?
Hellcat.
We have Hellcat. From where?
From the Golden Ring.
From the Golden Ring, who joins us tonight. You hear like clapping and like some confused looks, and then you watch as all of a sudden people are like, and it's like betting, just like frantically starting. Tonight,
Hellcat.
we have two contenders. The rules tonight: no rules. This is the Thorn Pit. Tonight, one unconscious or one dead is the only way somebody leaves. Place your bets, and let the blood grace the pit. He like backs up towards the gated fence. You see him, he kind of starts to like he drives back and forth. You watch him working up a sweat. He starts doing like, yes, you wouldn't know what it is, but he starts doing capybara.
Oh, capoeira?
Capoeira, yeah, he starts doing
That's
like,
exactly how I sort of envisioned
yeah, so
Patience's fighting style.
yeah, so like you just watch him all of a sudden start to bounce back and forth. He starts doing like some really crazy ass kicks and he's like spinning on the dirt. He stands up, he's like, wah, wah, yeah. You're like, what the fuck is this guy doing? He's like spinning all over and people are like, yeah, and like
No,
placing
I
more
recognize
bets.
these moves.
Yeah.
I recognize these moves.
Yeah. He
It's
looks
my
at you,
style.
he smiles some more. You see like the heaven, he starts cracking his fists. He takes one of his fists and kind of like drags it along the side of his cheek, and you watch as like a bunch of blood starts to pour out, and he takes it and like wipes it across his face in like a big fashion, like a stroke fashion across the face, and then starts like eyeing you up, bobbing back and forth.
I'm just as relaxed as can be.
And he charges right at you. Roll initiative.
All right. Oh,
I rolled a
Not the
natural
best.
17.
oh.
All of a sudden, he comes charging across and jumps mid-air and goes
What is
to
that
knee you.
for?
So.
Oh, I'm seeing how I react to the fight.
Okay. What?
Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
He jumps straight at you and jumps in the air about 5 feet from you and goes for a knee right to the face.
He rolls a 5, Ginge.
God damn it, I rolled a natural 20 too.
Hey.
He jumps in the air and like at the last second as he goes to knee you and you're caught completely off guard and you're getting ready to catch a knee straight to your nose. And you go to like brace, you're like, fuck, I'm gonna get it. And like at the last second, all of a sudden, like right past, you feel it graze the tip of your nose and like your cheek and you're like, shit. And turn to face him. And he looks confused as he lands on the ground and he turns and gets back into his position.
All right. Here we fucking go. Gonna whirl around into a wheel kick.
Okay.
Fuck's sake.
He catches the kick midair, grabs your ankle, and he's gonna go to punch you in the groin.
I have a bonus action.
Okay.
You roll a 12 in
Wheel
the
it.
bonus action.
I'll wheel around again with the other foot.
You rolled a 12. Strap.
What?
So 17.
That hits.
Okay.
So as he catches your ankle, you're going to... What are you going to try and do as he catches the one ankle up?
You're gonna try and kick him. So you kind of drop down and with your
I'll like pull him, like he's got it caught by like the heel, right?
yep.
I'll
Swing the other one around. That's
swing
bad.
the other way and bring my other leg up to the side of his head.
So as
Yeah.
he grabs the ankle and smiles, you kind of like twist, rotate, and jump, and come down, and you bring it with like the base of your the front side of your foot at the ankle, and you catch him right in the cleft of his neck. And you watch as he kind of oh fuck, and like goes back and gets into position, kind of backs up a second. He's going to come in. That's an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. He's going to go right for your solar plexus. Whack. 5 points of bludgeoning damage as he hits you right in your solar plexus. Solar plexus. And he's going to use his second attack. He's going to come up and down, and he's going to try and strike you. That's a 6. As he hits you into solar plexus, he comes back and tries to come down in an arcward fashion towards your face, and you kind of just slowly scooch out of the side. Your turn.
All right. Let's see. Going for a feint into a jab. 15.
15 just hits.
Let's go. Not that much damage.
Okay, so you kind of bob back and forth, and you throw a left jab, and you make it noticeable. You do like a wide left jab, and he kind of like smirks and feints it. And as he moves to get out of the way of the left jab, you do a cross and just whack right into his temple. And he kind of catches him off guard. But as he does that,
I'll do a key point to do patient defense, so he's got disadvantage.
okay,
Attack.
he's gonna try and shove at you. So he's going to 13 and a natural 1. Gross. So as he goes to kind of shove at you, you kind of palm him right into his face and shove him back like a foot or two, and you continue your guard. He's going to try again to shove you as he gets his bearings. 8, 17. God damn it. So he comes in again, and he kind of goes to like paw at you, and he throws a wide jab, and as he does the wide jab, he tries to wind up and hit you right in the face, and you see it again. You take another step back, and you're just keeping just out of his range.
All right. Going for a little flying.
Okay. Oh yeah, connects.
22.
Yep.
Damn.
So you only
Min
took
damage.
like a step. You only took like a step back, and you took that one step back. You're like in the
It's a
perfect
quick step.
position. Yeah, just a quick step. You took that perfect position because just a tiny little step back, and as he goes to shove in and do that little punch towards you and misses, you take that one big step forward and just up, grab the back of his neck and against the knee.
And I'll do another. Yeah, I'll do a patient.
Okay. Damn it. So you continue. You get back again, and you kind of take that step back. You're getting close to the fence at this point, like the wall, and he's just looking at you again, and he's gonna go for another shove. 13 and a 9. He just can't seem to get a bearing on you as you keep walking backwards, and he keeps trying to reach out towards you, and you're kind of like slapping his hands down to keep him at a distance. He's gonna try one more time to. He's gonna like kick you away. 14 and a 13.
Nope.
Yep. So
AC
he kind of
17.
yeah. So he stands back and like kicks towards you to try and like give you like a kind of like a Sparta kick, and you kind of just hit, like sidestep it and like punch his foot down into the ground, and then you're wound up and you're ready to go again.
All right, here we go. kind of get down and with both of my hands spring forward, heels going towards it.
Okay.
24.
That connects.
Jeez.
So, you said you get down and you spring towards him, or you're springing up like with your legs?
Like push like both hands on the ground and then like kicking at him with both legs like a double side.
Okay. So you back up and you quick drop to your butt, and like with your hand, like you don't go to, like completely to your butt. You drop down and you almost do like a half push up, and then lean back and you kick straight up into his gut, and you just hear this like, and you watch him get lifted off the foot or the ground like a foot or two. He's looking pretty bad. He's kind of like wincing and trying to catch his breath as he looks up at you. He's like,
I'll move around to his back, and then go for a punch.
Okay.
The body. Jesus.
that misses. He catches. He's like trying to catch his wind, and you move behind him, and he kind of just barely moves, and he actually stumbles over his own foot and evades the attack on accident. As he kind of like, he's just like sucking wind, spitting blood, trying to keep his eye on you. He's going to attack at you. 18.
That will hit.
He's going to... he's going to punch you again. He's going to come in and he's going to strike at your face. In kind of a frustration. 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oof. Alright.
And he's in nice and close. He's going to try and grapple.
Okay.
So I believe that would be his athletics versus yours, correct?
Or acrobatics.
Or acrobatics, yep.
Acrobatics 20.
Yeah, 11. So he gets in close and he's trying to grab hold of you, and you're just kind of peeling his fingers back, moving backwards, shoving at his face, kicking him in the knee. Like just like little leg kicks enough to like throw him off balance, and he's just having a really, really bad time.
Mm.
He's looking pretty hurt.
I'm thinking it's time to give these people a real show. Burning a key point. The arms are coming out.
Okay.
And he must make a dex save.
5.
Alright, he's gonna take 7 force damage.
You watch all of a sudden he's and he gets knocked back like 2 feet, and he's like looking at you like confused, like what the fuck?
I'll give him like the Rock Lee like hand like come at me.
Yeah.
And then right after I do that, strike out at him with one of the arms.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Ooh. 8 force damage.
You jab with your right hand, and he dodges your right hand completely, and he kind of smiles, and out of nowhere, an invisible hand just whack, and like out of an anime, you watch as the whole imprints on his cheek, and he's like this connects, and you watch his whole head just snap to one side, and he's up against the
It's
the fence lattice, yeah, like dome type deal, and he's kind of like his back's to it, and you watch as like 3 people grab his hair, one person grabs his shirt, and another person begins to like poke something at his back and like hit him over the head with something, and then they kick him that way, and you watch now as he's like bleeding from his back, and he's got a huge gash on the top of his head, and he looks really fucked up. I'll
back away from the wall and beckon again.
Yeah, he just he's like walking towards you, just like drooling blood, and his eyes are barely open, and he's just like jabbing at midair. He's gonna make one big punch at you like a haymaker. 11. It just like haymakers towards you and completely whiffs. And on the way around, he's gonna try and like swing and then like come back with his left hand. 13 misses as that as well.
Dang it.
He's looking real fucking bad. You can already see where you hit him on the face. It's already swelling, and the whole right eye is like swollen shut. And he's bleeding from his ear a little bit. And he's just like like spitting blood and just wheezing. It's your
Think
turn.
it's- We're going for the knockout. Gonna. Nope. And I'll
You go to swing. Oh, go ahead.
burn my last key point to do a flurry of blow.
So you swing with the first. And as
Jeez.
you swing with the first, he's just like hands up,
Third time's the charm, baby.
extending. You glance off the arm and you watch that arm completely bruise as your astral arm glances off the left one, and he winces and holds his arms up. You glance off the second one, and it actually glances, and you kind of whiz around behind him, and you get really close to the fence, and two people grab up at you and your hair and one of your horns, and they're trying to pull you back towards the fence. You kind of like pulled back like this. So we'll count the last one, but make a strength check real quick.
Athletics or strength?
Strength.
I'm using my wisdom because I
Yep,
can do
astral
that
arms are out.
with arms.
Okay.
21.
So you pull your head forward, and you can feel like a piece of your hair get ripped out as they're like holding on to it, and you like kind of out of the corner of your eye, you watch as they're like, yeah. And you kind
And
of
I'll just kind of lean back and say, enjoy that souvenir, as my arm strikes out for the third hit.
Enjoy that souvenir. Whack! And you watch as you can like through the turtle pose, like through the dead center of it, and you watch as this nose just mashes in and completely goes flat against the face. A ton of blood begins to run, and you watch as both eyes close and just and he falls completely back and just hits the ground. Yeah! We have a winner! The blue corner! Patient!
Hellcat!
Hellcat!
I never told them my real name.
You can... Hellcat!
And I'll do a little. Can I use thaumaturgy to like make my voice sound like a roaring tiger?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
So as you do that, you kind of like flex up, and like everybody goes like, yeah.
Is the
You
person
begin-
that he was fighting moving at all?
No.
Do they look dead?
Make a perception check. They're breathing. It's shallow, but they're breathing. It just looks like Patience fucked them up real bad. But the fight is ended. You are let out, and as the fence is undone, the little goblin kind of meets you and begins to undo the wraps along your hand, and immediately, Sophia, before you get to her, a incredibly gorgeous tiefling female walks at you wearing the skimpiest of dresses and leans in, gives you the biggest kiss, and whispers in your ear, I hope it's not too much, but it gets me excited watching very strong women fight. I do hope that we can meet up afterwards. And you feel
Do I
like
hear this, Ginge?
you're standing far enough away that you don't hear. You see this happening, but you don't hear what's happening because everybody's screaming around you. And you feel a
What is Patient's reaction to this?
Oh, she like her face is turning a little purple.
yeah. This
Yeah, I'm going to Ginge, I'm gonna put my like hand over my mouth, and I'm going to cast Mind Sliver on this person. So this person has to make an intelligence saving throw.
15.
Yeah, that's my DC.
Ah, I'm sure that can be arranged.
Good. I hope that I will see you later. And she kind of like runs her mouth along your cheekbone, and you feel a hand slide its hand into yours, and you feel a little note slipped into your hand.
Ooh.
I do hope that I see you around. Goodbye. Thank you for the money won tonight.
Welcome.
She turns, and she is like curvy in all the right ways.
Patience likey.
She look at me?
The female that was walking away, she kind of looks in your general direction.
I'm gonna give her some daggers.
Yeah, and she just kind of and like walks on.
Somebody's a little jealous.
Bonk begins to immediately push you back towards the main room again.
All right,
everybody's cheering, and you hear another fight already being wound up again, and you know the contestants being read off. You're shoved through a door, not violently or like super pushy, but Bonk kind of shoves both
Bonk
of
is
you
just
through.
he just doesn't know his own strength.
He's a very gentle creature. But
I'll just be like, sick tats and a strong arm. You got it all, big man.
Bonk.
Bonk.
Donk. Donk.
Donk and bonk. Yeah.
Bonk. He just sits in this corner, and you watch as he slouches down in his chair and begins to play with something in this like this tiny little horse figurine in between these like giant meaty fingers. So it looks like you can handle yourself.
Yeah.
So, we do have some more fights to be had. 2 more days from now, the main events begin. I can enter you into the tournament if that's what you would like.
Sounds good to me. I like this.
Good.
It's a little more rough than where I came from, but I ain't got a problem with it.
Each night has their different sets of rules depending on the challengee. The winner of the previous bouts gets to choose weapons and or fists and or terms of death.
All right.
So he slides a little piece of paper over. If you could just sign your name, it's not no formal contract, but this ensures that we have a name to enter on the tournament list. If you decide to back out at any point, you can.
I'll take a quick glance at the paper. Does it seem
Not even make a perception check.
Okay. Just want to make sure he's on the up and up about that.
From what you can tell,
Can I roll insight on it?
Can you roll insight on him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not much better.
He seems like he's being pretty forthright with you. The piece of paper doesn't look like any kind of contract. It looks like a
More just like a sign-up sheet.
kind of like a roster. Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
And you can already see next to that piece of paper, almost like a bracket system.
Scrawl Hellcat on there.
Yep.
So, 2 days from now, you said?
About 2 days.
All right. I gotcha.
7 o'clock at night. We start late. That way, the guards don't know what we're doing.
Gotcha. Picking it down.
We'll see you back here. And he slides a little medallion across at you, and it's a finger, or not a finger, a hand with like a thorn punched through the center of it, like a nail or a thorn or something like that.
Nice.
That'll get you in.
I'll slip it into a pocket.
And he slides across 25 gold.
Woo! All right.
That's your winning for the night. Enjoy.
Appreciate it. I'll make good use of this.
Good. We'll see you back here.
2 days, 7 o'clock. On the dot. I'll go find Sophia.
She's right next to you.
Oh.
Sophia would be like close to you, but like you can tell like not trying to engage in a conversation. Like she'd be giving you that like 10-foot barrier, like maybe up against a wall or something. She'd be giving you space. You won?
Yeah. What'd you expect?
And I'll give you like an awkward hug. I don't know. And you can tell she's like borderline shaking as she hugs you. I never doubted you. But you
Not
won.
sure.
You
Not
won.
sure
You're
that I
still here.
believe you.
You're still here.
I still got it.
Are you ready to
Then
go back
again-
now? You ready to go? You ready to go find our friends? No.
Didn't you want to go to that school first?
I wanted to check the magic shop.
Oh, right. Yeah, whatever. Fine. I mean, we can go to the school. We can go to the shop. Whatever.
Yeah, I wanted to check the. Oh, what was it called? The Golden Breeze. Can we do that? Oh, and
Sure.
before we go, what was that letter that Tiefling gave you?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't looked at it.
Can I see it?
It's probably nothing. She's just, a fan.
And I'll give you like that. I'll give you that, quote unquote, that look.
Everybody knows what that look means.
Patience brushes it off. To the Golden Breeze.
And Sophia will take a quick glance at the ground and be like, to the Golden Breeze.
So, you guys are led out into the night sky now as you guys exit, and it's been a while. It's past 7 o'clock at night. As
We
you
weren't
guys,
in there for that long, were we?
You were in there for a little while, kind of waiting. The fight.
What time?
started
Well,
at 7 o'clock.
wait a minute. But hold on. We went here like right after that
golden
event in the
hour.
morning.
Correct.
That was in the morning.
and that took you about an hour or two to get over there to the opposite side of the city. By the time you found your way through the slags was about another hour, so it was just about noon at that point. And then you guys were basically led down, and they were doing kind of like a pre-mock fight type deal in the late afternoon. So I guess I wouldn't say like night sky, but I would definitely say like dusk.
So it's not curfew yet.
No, but
Okay.
it's definitely like it's dusk. Yeah, I would say at this point you've been down there for a little while between the fight, between waiting, between being let down. You were down there for not like a horrible amount of time, but definitely for a while.
Late afternoon, early evening time.
Correct.
Okay.
So you guys are led back up from the into the slags, and you guys begin to kind of make your way out.
As soon as we exit the gate, Sophia will just be like, "Phew, I never want to go back there again."
Well, I might be.
You got better place to fight than that. How much do you get for that win?
25
How about
gold.
nothing? 25?
Yeah.
No, that's nothing. You've made way more than that. I knew they weren't worth nothing.
How does that compare to my previous fight winnings?
What's that? Sorry.
How does that compare to my previous fight winnings?
You wouldn't really know, because usually a certain individual took a very large cut.
Yeah.
You saw probably less than what you're making now.
Well, really see a lot of the things back then. You know who took all of them. Most of them. And besides, it's not about the money.
No, but that you could have bought.
Yeah, but I didn't.
You're not seriously going back, are you? Now that we're out, we're safe here.
Look,
I can go study. You can go practice. We can train up for a legit fighting pit. And who knows? Maybe we'll have another adventure, and then we can go after those people in our rings. We can fight alongside Nova and Axel and KB. Doesn't that appeal to you at all?
I mean, yeah, but this is different. This is, mano-y-mano stuff.
Do you want to go back?
It's not that I want to. It's that I am.
Oh shit.
You are a Hellcat.
Look, you don't gotta like it.
Of course someone else
That's
gets it.
whatever.
Like whatever you do. I'm proud of you, you know that, right? I just wish that you could gain satisfaction for something other than risking your life.
Adrenaline junkie.
You don't have to do this to prove anything.
Maybe I don't have to. But kind of want to.
Your choice, and you know I'll always be at your side. Come on, the shop's gonna close soon. Let's make our way over.
Gotta make it before they close. What's everybody else doing in this time?
That's getting to.
Your
So-
mom.
Hey,
Hey!
Jesus.
Hey.
Anyways,
Been there,
well, the
done
rest of this is happening, right?
Sorry to take away all the time from everybody else.
I mean, it is what it is. As the rest of this is happening, and those two seem to have disappeared, what are the rest of you doing? KB, you kind of had made your way back. Axel and Nova, I can't remember what you guys were up to.
I'm actually curious about KB because last checked in, he had walked away when we were watching the
KB?
whole thing going on.
Yeah, what are you up to?
Real quick, me and Axel were walking through the town after visiting the shops.
Okay.
Kibbles.
I think I'm just at the inn. I don't have I don't really have an agenda. I'm just kind of waiting. I'm happy to wait there throughout the day until people come back or something happens. So
He just chilling, bro. He don't want to be spotted.
I'm just chilling here. Yeah,
The man's in witness
feeling
protection.
good. Feeling good in the head. I might ask when all the people kind of start to make their way back. I might ask like the bartender, or maybe if I see the drunk guy that was talking about the fights, the day before, I might ask someone about the cube and the trials a little bit. But
Okay.
Apart from that, I don't.
Are you... So you're asking... Who are you asking?
If I don't see the guy from yesterday, I'd probably just get
Which
a drink
guy?
and sit at
Sorry.
one of the tables. The fan, the patient's fan.
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, if I see him, it's probably still relatively early. So if he's not just hammered, I'd probably ask him about what had happened.
He's not hammered, but he's getting there.
Yeah,
It's early
I'll
in the
get
day, and he's already like putting them away.
I'll get like 2 glasses and sit with them and just say, you having a hair of the dog as well?
Well, it's just long day at work. Just yeah. How about yourself?
Long day at work, but you were here all day yesterday.
Yeah. I work through the nights. Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, that was some display out there.
What do you mean?
With the cube and the people.
That's that happens like at least once a week, once every other week.
Wow.
Nobody's ever come back.
What once or
Not in my time. I
two-
moved here
two-
6 years ago now.
wow. So 2 to 3 times a month and nobody's come back.
No.
And who's in charge of the activities,
Activities.
Well, like the challenge or whatever you would call it.
That would be the Emberlit Academy. Pretty much the headmasters run all that.
It's got a pretty prestigious academy.
Yeah, they do a lot of the research around here.
I don't know, a fancy education,
You and me both. That's why I work the mines.
Yeah. People like us.
Yeah, we
Just
make
not for us.
No, we make the world. We make it run, but we don't do nothing in it. Aren't you right?
That's right. So
Yeah,
you work in a mine around here. Who runs the mine? Not the academy.
No, that would be pretty much the The city. The queen owns everything. She owns the mines. It gets run through. We're hired out through
Is
the
is
dynasty, I guess you
it
could say.
gold or iron or
No, Mithril.
oh, mithril mine. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
we don't get much. It's we bring up a lot of tin. Those of us that do find mithril, whether it be rare, uh, we usually don't work in the mines too long after that.
Oh, interesting. It's
Very
weird
good
that a
cut.
person could own the mine, right?
I mean, Her Majesty definitely owns the man. Bless her, bless her. Yep.
But she didn't build the mine, right?
No, it was discovered by
She
the
didn't. She didn't put the. She didn't put the mithril in the mine, right?
Not that I'm aware of. That would be kind of crazy if she did.
And she doesn't get the mithril out of the rock, right?
No, she hires us to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just confusing to me, I guess.
Well,
What?
what's confusing?
Well, why is it her mine? Sounds like you guys do all the work for it.
She's the queen, though.
Why?
I'm just bottom of the dirt. I'm
Those
just
who?
here. What do you mean, who? Dynasty. They own all that shit around here.
How do you own the earth?
I don't know. That's
I don't
confusing.
know either. It is confusing, isn't it?
You're making
Seems
my
to
head
me
hurt.
like if a man goes down in the earth and finds some mithril, that mithril's his.
Yeah.
But again, I don't have
Yeah.
a fancy education. That's just seems
No,
like
that makes sense. I should take the mithril. I'll sell it myself.
should be yours. Do what you want with it.
Yeah. That's a good idea. What's your name?
My name's KB.
AB. It's nice to meet you. I'm Tom.
Good working man name.
I appreciate that. Can I get a drink
You-
over
you know,
here for my friend KB? One drink over here. And like a couple seconds later, a drink shows up in front of you and he pays the tab.
You have me thinking. I saw a lot of shops when we came in here too, right?
Yeah.
Blacksmiths, magic shops,
Eh,
stationery, owleries, all kinds of things, right?
eh.
The queen owns all those things.
I mean, they pay taxes. They don't own
Mm,
them,
why
but they
not?
have to pay. They pay a tax to be in the city that the queen owns. I think.
How does a person own a whole city?
They're
Look,
born
look,
right. I don't know.
uh,
Are you a
you-
philosopher?
no. I'm just from a small village. In fact, I'm from a real small village. Everyone has to help out, right?
Yeah.
And I've seen some births, right?
Okay.
I've lived with medicine man before. As far as I can tell, we're all born. We come into this world the same way. So, like I said, I may not be a smart man, but I have a hard time understanding when you say they were born right and we were not.
Oh,
Maybe you're a
yeah.
philosopher.
Yeah. What gives them the right? They're just born into it.
Peasant revolt. Peasant revolt.
You
Peasant
know,
revolt.
if we're just talking, we're just having a drink and talking among friends.
We're just talking friends, of course,
Right. It just seems to me like any system that exists just to benefit a ruling class that was born better, as they have us believe, while the majority of people toil in the mines and sell their bodies and their labor and their time. It seems to me like that kind of system isn't quite fair. Maybe that should be questioned. And maybe, and KB will kind of lean in, just between friends, maybe something like that should be, I don't know, overthrown?
What? Are you talking about overthrowing the dynasty?
Of course not. Of course not. We're just talking. We're just two uneducated friends talking philosophy. I'm trying to understand the world, you know? I'm not traveling for the first time. I'm trying to understand, right?
I get you, but how would you overthrow something like that? They got an army.
Oh, I don't know.
This reminds me a lot of like A Bug's Life, when the ants finally realize that they outnumber the grasshoppers.
No.
Oh my god.
They have an army.
Okay, so hear me out. Hear me out. Okay, hear me out. Say we do.
Which we're not suggesting.
No.
We're just talking.
Okay,
Sure.
Lower your voice.
Yeah.
If we did, what would we do about the academy? Akora, she's one of the head mistresses here. She can do magic. I don't want to burn alive. Do you want to burn alive? I don't want to fucking burn alive.
Well, I definitely don't want to. That would not be part of the plan. No.
No. And then you have, then they have Tyrell and the other academy, and he's even more powerful than Akora is, and Akora's there, and she's got her 2 other members with her that look like they could fucking kill you with a look. I mean, all right, hey, so this is between us, friends, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Friends. I heard a rumor, okay? A rumor.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Akora, supposedly, the Emberlight Academy, you know how they have like those special students? Oh, what are they called? The Candescents.
Oh, okay. I don't know much about it, but okay.
Yeah, so this is a rumor that according to a friend, the Candescents are actually applicants and prodigies. These people that they have a higher magical source or some kind. They're better at magic. I don't know. It's above my head. I hear that.
They have a natural affinity for.
Yeah, something like that. I hear that
Yeah.
they're put through a program, and those that become the Candescents are they're sent into another program, and we don't know much. Something about they're training them for something. I don't know what. Some kind of experiments with the mind. I don't know. There was something about them being able to like awaken some kind of psychic powers. Don't know.
Wow.
It's weird. Supposedly they were running this experiment somewhere else, and it failed, and so now they're doing it at the academy. I don't know. It's what I hear. A friend of mine was in the academy and it didn't work out for him and he wasn't making grades and he said it was really weird and that Candescent group was very cliquey. He got out.
How many people make it through to the next round? A small number? Most of them? Half of them?
I'd have to ask him again, but I think he said it was kind of a small number. And he said it was kind of dangerous. People either dropped out or got really hurt or they just kind of disappeared.
Now, that tells me, earlier you said, how would you even do something like that? Because they have an army of people, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that anyone that thinks that they should rule over other people should have to have the consent of the people being ruled, right? Now, what I heard from you is that there's a large number, a large percentage of arcane students that are no longer part of that academy that could maybe agree with that type of sentiment. Tom, do you read?
Go down Baker Street at 8 o'clock at night, and you'll see why that doesn't work.
Isn't 8 o'clock past the curfew?
Yeah.
No, I thought like 6. Well, no, it's pretty much like nightfall. It's like around 6
It's pretty
o'clock.
much nightfall. I'll tell you, you can go see it for yourself. But a lot of them that don't make it through the program, their minds aren't exactly there anymore.
I see.
I don't know what they're doing, but they're the not strong ones are being broken. And to me,
Yeah.
no offense, I wouldn't dream of doing those things, but
Of course.
I don't exactly want to end up like a mush pile.
Yeah.
Mush pile.
You raised some good questions, and we don't have to have all the answers right now tonight. We can just enjoy a few drinks today. But one thing I do know is that the working people throughout the world will sometimes object to being governed poorly, but the rich will always object to being governed at all. And I think that kind of tells you something.
Yeah, but it's nice here. We have hot food, nice house, as long as you pay your taxes. It's
It
not
is nice
too
here.
bad. It's not too bad. I
Better
feel
than
bad for
some.
those people that can't, and they end up in the slags. I've come close once or twice.
It's nice here now, right? Something, say tomorrow, and I'll knock on the table, right? Knock on wood. You go into the mine and rock falls on your foot. Can't work for some amount of time. What happens to you then?
Don't even say that, man. I don't know. I got no other skills. I can't blacksmith. I can't tailor. I don't make magic things.
There's plenty of resources, mithril, ore, gold. The problem has never been a lack of money or food or water. We have enough for everyone. That's never once been a problem. problem is that the control of all of those things, money, food, water, land, belongs to one small group of psychopaths who care more about hoarding it all to themselves
Hey, keep
than
it
helping
down. Jesus.
society. Right?
KB's a fucking anarchist. Jesus.
No
Tom,
shit. Setting
Let's
minds on fire
go.
here.
Tom, I worry about your future. You're my new friend.
I worry about my future too, and you're in here talking about fucking overthrowing shit.
We're talking softly between friends.
Take a drink of your beer. Calm down.
It looks
Take a drink.
inconspicuous. Take a drink of your beer, quick.
It's like, I'm not talking about overthrowing everything. I'm just trying to understand the world as I see it.
Ishnay on the overthrow, eh?
Okay.
Pig Latin.
Hailed Pig Latin.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
There you go. Somebody caught it. Let's just keep it down. No more talk about overthrowing. Enjoy our beer. And he clink, like he just like forcefully clinks your glass. Okay, just I like you, KB, but no more talking about that overthrow. No.
Philosophy. You're
Yeah,
talking. Oh, KB will kind of give him a
philosophy.
wink. Philosophy.
Philosophy, and he just like talks really loud and like looks around. Philosophy.
That's what we're talking about. Just
Yeah, let's
philosophy.
enjoy our drinks and we'll talk more philosophy later.
Let's go throw some darts.
Okay. What's darts?
They don't have darts here.
Darts?
I'll look around for a dart board. Are there any anything like that?
There's the top to a wine or a wine barrel. You find that in
All right.
like 5 or
Alright.
6 small daggers, and you begin to show him darts.
Go grab a couple knives from the bar. I'll teach you how to play darts.
Oh, okay. You guys begin to play darts.
Oh my
Um,
god.
Axel and Nova, what are you up to?
Well, I was following Axel around from store to store. And I think we kind of left it off after we left the fabric store.
Okay.
Golden Breeze, yep.
Golden Breeze. And I think I even asked, did you get everything you wanted? And you said you did.
He did.
Okay. I would like to go to the blacksmith if possible. I don't know if you know where they are, though.
I've got the directions to 2 of them. Dark Anvil's a little ways from here, and the Hammer's Light is a little ways the other way.
I guess whichever's closer. I suppose it doesn't really matter.
I will lead her to whichever one's closer.
Hammer's Light's actually considerably closer. Dark Anvil is the one that's farther away. Yeah.
Is that one the one that Axa went to?
No, that was the Dark Anvil.
Okay, good. So we're going to the better one.
Yeah, the one where they were all kind of making fun of it.
Okay.
Um,
After we... Oh, the music stopped. Hold on. Music? Hello?
What the hell, but
Oh my
This
god. Hold on.
This bot.
Did I break it? I don't understand. Ray, do you want to try to play with it? And I'll just keep going. I can't get it to play. Okay. So after walking for a little bit to the blacksmith, once we get there, I'm going to approach the smith.
Okay. You see a lean, kind of stoutly built well, let's make sure I give you the correct information. A human female, with grizzled, kind of very callousy hands, that seems to be working away at something on the forge.
Excuse me.
Kring, kring, kring. And she just keeps turning the metal over and banging at it.
I'm gonna walk a little closer and speak a little louder. Excuse me?
Kring, 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 kring,
I'm gonna get
kring,
up like right next to her. Excuse me!
kring, kring, kring. She just keeps going.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna like
Excuse me.
poke her shoulder.
Turns around, like bows a couple times, and begins to sign.
Oh shit. Oh, actually, not a concern at all. I'm gonna mind link with her.
Okay.
Are you able to speak to me this way? Does this work?
Her eyes go wide. Hello?
Yes, hello.
I can speak to you, and you see like a couple tears begin to form on her in her eyes.
Oh,
And she as she's like talking to you in her mind, she's still kind of
signing as she
signing.
speaks. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna smile at her. Yes, we can talk this way as long as necessary.
Hey, welcome to the Hammer's Light. I don't get many customers.
Oh, that's too bad. Hopefully you can help me out then, and
I would love to.
I'd be happy to come back whenever I need something.
Perfect. Oh, what can I help you with?
I
That's
am
a very large individual. And she looks up at Axel, who's standing behind you, just kind of hunched over a little bit, staring down.
a smile and then tell her, that's Axel. He's my companion. You don't have to worry.
Nice to meet you, Axel, and begins kind of sign.
I'll look at Axel and say out loud. She says, "Nice to meet you." And then I'm gonna ask her did she say her name?
No.
She did not. What's your name?
My name is Grace.
And I will tell Axel out loud. This is Grace. All right. So I'm curious if speaking mind link back to Grace.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say, do you have any way to encase small objects in lead?
That's very easy.
How much would that run me?
Say 50 silver? Does that work, or is that too much?
Oh, that's perfectly reasonable.
Okay.
I am going to pull out a small wooden box from my pack.
Okay.
And I'm going to turn and look at Axel. Can you place the dice in this box?
So yeah. Let me dig around in my pack for it. So turns away. And it's not in his pack, it's in his pocket, but she doesn't know that.
Uh-oh.
And I'm gonna open it up in my pocket and touch it and see if I can contact my friend Mari here. Not my friend, my companion.
Before you even touch it, you're not going to take her seriously, are you? That wouldn't be fun.
Well, alright, pal. I mean, you've kind of put me out on the ringer here. I mean, I rolled your fucking die, and as far as I'm concerned, since you never told me what I got, all I got was a big fat pile of nothing.
I don't get to tell you what you get. It just happens.
Well, that's kind of bullshit.
I would say that you won then. Have you noticed anything different? Do people treat you differently? Is something good happening to you? As far as I can tell, life has been going good.
It's going about
Oh.
average, in my opinion.
About average. How are you treated in other cities and towns that you went to? It seems like to me you're being treated a lot better. Because of me. If I say so.
Mm,
And here you're going to encompass me in lead? Disgusting. Disgusting.
he's gonna come up with
And
a
good
logical
friend.
counter argument because he really can't argue that he has been treated nicer. I mean, these guys are kind of far out. Maybe they're just sheltered from.
How about this? How about this? 1 second. And he goes quiet. And all of a sudden, you feel in your hand another dice that looks kind of similar. Give her that one.
Trixie.
Give her that one. And we can remain friends. I've done no harm. I've done nothing to hurt or harm any of you or your friends. I've been truthful to my ends.
Sorry, but I think you just rolled your first bad number. I don't betray my pack mates. And he slams the box shut.
Unfortunately, so before you can do that, then you've chosen wrongly. Make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh boy. By the grace of our Lord.
Be the
17.
Okay. You feel a strong influence begin to creep its way into your mind, and you freeze, like all the hairs stand up on the back of your neck, almost like a hand reaching like to the back of your neck, and you feel it grab the back of your neck, and you kind of like, no, and you do like that involuntary like cold shudder thing and slam the case closed quickly.
I imagine he was like crouching down because he said he was going to look in his pack. So he like stands up and grabs his arm very forcefully, like, "Corfinir!" And Nova would. This is another phrase that he's used a lot before. It means something to the effect of "Not now, get out of my head."
Oh, damn. I'm gonna look concerned at him, but because he put it in the box and closed it, I'm gonna be relieved.
Yeah, he's gonna yank it out of his pocket and give it to her.
Yeah, I'm gonna be super relieved. So, with the box in my, it's a small box. Think like the size of, I don't even know what to compare it to. I don't know what to compare it to. Whatever, it's a small box. It fits in the palm of your hand. And I'm going to walk over to Grace, and then Mind Link's still active. Okay. I would like you to encase this box in lead, and it's very important that you do not open it.
Of course. That shouldn't take me. Give me a moment to heat the lead, and we can quickly dip it. Shouldn't take more than a couple of minutes.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. And she begins to like quickly start the bellows and do everything. At that time, Axel, you're you're kind of like scratching yourself, and you're doing like like your nervous twitches or whatever you do when you're kind of like, caught off guard, and you rub against one of your pockets, and you feel a lump in your right pocket.
I'm gonna very quickly turn to Noah and say, No, it's still here. And he starts digging around in his pocket.
You think you can get rid of me?
I'm gonna reach my hand out to
It's
Axel.
getting angry.
I'm gonna reach my hand out to Axel with my
Make it
palm
another intelligence save as you reach out to drop the dice one more time towards Nova.
into my hand.
Yep, you're like mid grab, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, shit.
For the Lord and our Holy Father, this isn't for nothing. 4.
Oh.
You watch as Axel's hand freezes, and he holds the dice and stares directly at you, glassed eyes, and he just stares at you.
I'm gonna grab it out of his fingers.
Make a strength check against Axel's. Axel is gripping the dice.
Roll poorly, please.
This is a
Oh,
contest,
wait.
so you go first.
Wait. It's contested.
Yes.
I am going to use.
Oh?
I am going to use. I can't do that because that's for fucking spells. Shit.
What are you doing?
Okay, hold on. So I think I might approach this differently. I'm gonna try the strength check first, maybe. Okay, I don't know if this would work. I don't see why not. I kind of want to try to use suggestion, but my question is, if I know that he's being prevented from giving that to me, would I know if that would work or not? Like, if I know that he's being mentally tormented by it and being prevented from giving it up, would I have knowledge that I would be able to suggest him to give it to me? Is it something where he's being forced to choose not to give it? Would I be able to affect that decision? Is kind of what I'm getting at.
Yes. I'm going to treat it the same way you would as a contested strength throw, except it will be a intelligence.
So what
and
I'm
it'll
gonna do.
be yours versus not Axel's.
So what I'm gonna do. Okay, that's fine. It's whatever the case is. I'm suggesting that dice be given to me.
Okay.
But before I do that, I'm going to use heightened spell. So I'm giving your roll disadvantage on the wisdom save.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, it says when you cast
creative.
cast a spell that forces a creature to make a saving throw, I can spend sorcery points to give that target
But he's
disadvantage.
technically, yeah, but it's not a creature. You're rolling against a dice, an entity.
Shit.
But I'll allow it. You're trying to force your way against the dice and whatever creature, entity, demon you're unsure.
Okay, so then I'm going to use heightened spell and cast suggestion. So you need to make a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
Fucking shit.
Yeah.
You ready?
What?
So,
I'm
Does
and then I'm
that-
going to suggest that the dice be in my hand.
you watch as beads of sweat work their way across Axel's face. You watch as the fingers are like, even for a gnoll, he's getting kind of like the skin color to his fingers is beginning to kind of fade away with how tight he is rolling, or not rolling, holding onto the dice with just the 3 fingers that he's holding onto the dice with. He's like white gripping that, and he just stares at you like, I can't let go. I can't. And he's saying it with his eyes like, fuck. And he holds it in front of you, and you just look at him And yes, no pun intended, you look at him and go, drop it.
Drop it, boy.
And Axel, for like what seems like an absolute eternity, Axel stares at you and you watch as all of the muscles in his arm and up into his shoulder are just flexing, like full flex, as hard as you could flex. Every muscle and vein is standing out, even with the light fur coat that he has. You can just see this like very, very, very tensed flex. And he looks at you, and for a like just split second, you're like, "This didn't work. Fuck." And then the dice just drops. I rolled a 19 and a natural 1.
Oh shit! Fuck
Yeah.
you. I am really quick
So-
because I don't want to forget about this. One second. Let me roll this really quick.
And then that is your
5d6.
wild
Hold on.
magic. Wild magic
I
table.
am immune to being intoxicated by alcohol for the next 18 days.
Dang.
Why the fuck is it that? So 50. So rolling a d100, so 53. 53. Oh, yes.
6 days?
Dude.
For
Sucks.
5d6 days, yeah. So it's 18
Yeah.
days I can't get intoxicated.
No.
I'll
You
take it.
feel-
I'll take
you
it.
feel-
I beat the. Otherwise, he would have rolled a 19 and I would have been screwed. So I'll take
That's
it.
true.
Yeah. I rolled the 19 first.
Oh.
Fuck.
Yeah. You feel kind of like a weird sensation like bubble over you, and you're like, you kind of like shake it off, like, okay, nothing bad happened. Nothing bad happened.
I feel
Axel,
like I have iron will.
your mind immediately goes clear, and your body like untenses, and like you feel the like, you know, when you're lifting or you're doing something super strenuous, and then the moment you stop, you just feel the wear and tear into whatever you were doing.
Oh, yeah.
Your arm and shoulder, immediately you're like, oh fuck, and you like get your arm and you're like shaking it out, like, oh wow, I was flexing really difficult. And Nova, you are holding the dice.
Real quick for the flair of also what would have happened since I was using suggestion on him. Axel would have heard in his mind a voice at the same time Nova spoke out loud. Drop it. He would have also heard a voice in his mind that would have felt disjointed, would have sounded similar to Nova's, but would have been noticeable that it wasn't.
Yeah.
What did the voice say?
The same thing. Would have been in
Oh.
unison.
To drop it.
Yep.
Axel, what you hear
Drop it.
is almost like in unison at the same time. You hear Nova's voice. Drop it. But at the very same time you hear it. And your mind just like clears, like instantly, and you're like, what? And you like drop the dice. And Nova, you now are in possession of the dice.
Excellent. And fuck this guy. Because
you hear in your
I
mind,
have advantage
"You can't
against psychic bullshit
do
that he's
this.
gonna pull.
To me. Not again. Roll an intelligence saving throw.
Is it psychic?
Yes?
Excellent. 20.
Yeah. You feel an influence begin to creep up, and you kind of just close your eyes, and actually you watch as Nova kind of smirks. And like just a tiny, like her skin like flares up for a split second, and then her eyes open back up. She just smiles, turns, and places the dice in the box. Nonchalantly. And at this point, the lead is heated, and Grace turns towards you and begins to sign again.
I will mind link with her again.
The lead is ready whenever you are. I don't know what's going on. He seems very tense. Is everything okay?
Yes, everything's fine. We just have this pesky object that we're trying to get rid of.
Oh, this box? Okay. And she like grabs her clamps and picks the clamps up. And this is what you want in the lead.
Correct.
And at the last second, you hear in both of your minds, oh, dunk, and silence.
No!
As moments later, a box comes back out and a nicely lead encased like rectangle comes out. As she unclamps and she kind of like beats the excess lead away from the clamps and kind of like smooths it out and even though it's like you didn't tell her to do it, she polishes up the lead and makes it into like an egg, like a polished lead egg. And it's like it almost, by the time she gets done, it takes her moments. By the time she's done, it's very shiny and it looks like one of those like marble eggs. But it like obsidian. Like it's just very, very clear for even lead, and she makes it like smooth, and you're like, oh, goddamn. And she hands it to you, and she goes, I hope it was to your liking. Thank you for the business.
This was better than what I asked for. I appreciate you so much. And I will give her 20 gold.
Yes. She stares at, I can't take this. There's no way. That's way too much.
No, it's just the right amount. You deserve it. You did excellent work, and I will definitely be back to see you.
She gets a little teary again. Not a problem. Any work or discounted prices from here on out, please return anytime.
We will.
She
Thank
just-
you. I'll reach
She
my hand
just
out to shake.
smiles.
I'll reach
And she
my hand
shakes
to-
it. Her hands are actually really, really, really strong. Like she grips, and it's almost like shaking hands with Axel. Like it's like you watch as like the forearm flexes, and it's like, yes, I know, somebody that masturbates way too much, like giant forearms,
Oh God.
and you're like, oh shit, and she just smiles, but she's gentle at the same time. And she just smiles back, and she, thank you for allowing me. She basically in your head, thank you for allowing me to have a conversation. Nobody talks to me very often.
Well, I promise to come back and talk to you again.
She said that in her head?
In my head.
Oh.
I've been talking to her in her head.
What? When did you do that?
Like from the start, she doesn't speak. She's mute.
She's mute.
Oh.
Yeah.
Somehow I completely missed it.
Oh, yeah, no, we've been mind linked the whole time.
You get the gist. She gets made fun of, and not a lot of business comes her way because one, she's human, and two, she's mute.
So for extra effect then, I'm gonna say, we're staying at the Three Fingers Inn. If anybody gives you a hard time, you know where to find me.
I would greatly appreciate that. The only problem is, I hit really hard, and they don't come back.
Oh. Never mind then.
And she kind of winks, and as she smiles and winks, like one of her teeth in the back is actually missing, and you get the impression she's been through enough shit that she handles her own.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you again. I'll be seeing you soon.
Not a problem. Thank you.
Alright, I'm gonna turn around and look at Axel. Kind of let out a sigh, like, alright. Well, that's done and over with. And then I'm gonna put the lead egg in my pack.
You make your way from the place of business, and you guys begin to head back towards the Three Fingers Inn to join the rest of the party with all the shenanigans that have just had with your gorgeous new lead shiny egg, with no more voices being had.
Yes!
And as you make your way back, that is where we'll end our night at almost 11 o'clock on the dime.
Woo! I didn't
Yeah,
even
so-
haven't looked in a while.
So Sleeping Beauty can go back to bed.
I'm sorry.
She needs to rest.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I do so it's okay.
We
It's a
thank
long
you all for
day.
coming. Join us next week.
For this
next week,
special
Wednesday.
late start,
Yeah.
slightly shorter episode.
We gotta have those from time to time.
Yeah.
We got our little fix of D&D in.
Yeah.
Everybody got a little gent. We got one guy doing fights. We got another guy having mental warfare, and then we have another guy that's trying to incite a fucking riot.
We got in our weekly dicks and doobies.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dicks and doobies.
Dicks and doobies. All right,
Welcome to Dicks and
stream.
Doobies.
We
Thanks
should
for
we
hanging
should
out.
change our name from Dungeon Crawler Dicks and
Dicks
Doobies.
Dicks and Doobies.
No.
Jeez.
All
We
right,
didn't mean
stream.
that.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Sorry we started a little late today. We'll be back at our regularly scheduled time next week on Wednesday, 8:30 Central. Everybody have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be kind, and we'll see you next time.
Love you all.
Bye.
Go watch Long Shot D&D. Go watch Long Shot
Oh,
D&D.
Long Shot D&D.
Long shot
hell yeah.
D&D,
Yeah,
yes.
bring
Good
them over to
stuff.
them. I don't know how to raid.
Oh, actually, I don't know if they're on right now. Let me see.
Raid
Yeah, they
Shadow
are. They're
Legends.
still
Oh,
going
they
right
are?
now.
They
Yeah,
are? Let's raid. One
yeah.
second.
Let's raid them. Raid
Raid
them in. Bring us all.
Hold on.
Shadow Legends.
Can we just drag our whole thing over there? How do we do it?
We're going.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hell yeah. All right, guys.
Let's do this.
Peace.
Onward.
Raid.